Hey everyone, welcome to Gardenfork. Today, beer cooler sous vide. Bugs. I thought it was called Sous Vide until I was corrected in that. Sous vide means under pressure, and it's this way a lot of these high-end restaurants cook your food, even though you may not know it. But a website called SeriousEats.com, a guy named Kenji Lopez-Alt wrote an article about how to do sous vide cooking with a beer cooler, and I was like, well, what's not to like about that? Beer cooler and food. So it's the ultimate hack. These sous vide cooker things are like thousands of dollars. So if you could do it with a beer cooler and some of those zipper bags, well then let's try it, you know? All right, so I mean, this is really kind of exciting because
Because it involves a beer cooler.
Yeah. Well, the beauty of sous vide cooking is that the meat is cooked throughout all the same doneness. So if you want rare, it's rare on the outside and rare on the inside. If you want it medium, it's medium all over. And you can't overcook the food, which is really brilliant. Because when you put a steak on a fry pan, it's 400 degrees on the fry pan, and you want to get it to 150. Well, you know, there's a fine line there to what you're going to do. So sous vide is the answer. Okay, first we have to modify the beer cooler. This is our sous vide machine, aka the beer cooler. When you fill it up with foam, these are the two holes. You know it's full when this stuff comes out, so you just break that off. This is spray foam.
Don't eat it.
Do not eat it. But we're going to take this thing, we're going to fill it up with hot water, we're going to put the meat in there, and we'll be sous videing. Sous vide. Anyway, this will be fun. I'm very excited about this.
And you're mowing the lawn too, aren't you?
And we're mowing the lawn while we're doing this.
So it's extra good.
Perfect beer cooler. All right, here we go. A couple of simple things. These are blade steaks or shoulder blade steaks. I think ideally they would be a little thicker according to, we're going to call the guy Kenji. His name is Kenji Lopez-Alt, so we're just going to call him Kenji. He also has a blog called goodeater.org if you want to check that out. He suggested a blade steak or a number of others. So this is, could be a little thicker, but here's what we're going to do.
Can you use other meats?
Yes, we're doing a steak sous vide. You could do kitchen chicken. I had one sip of beer.
Kitchen chicken.
You can do chicken. You could do lamb. There's all sorts of recipes on their site. A little bit of sea salt on here. I went out into our herb garden and I cut up a bunch of herbs that we had. This is marjoram, and I got a bunch of thyme, creeping thyme. Okay, here we go. I've never done this before, but that is typical Gardenfork. We're just reading the instructions. And that goes in. I'm going to try this in this bag. I'm going to put 2 of them just to see if it's easier.
Are you going to need like a meat thermometer or anything for this project?
We are going to need a thermometer. We have you can have a digital one or analog. We have what's called a quick read thermometer. All right, now we have to fill this thing up with hot water. It depends on what how well done you want your steak as to what temperature you're going to pick. I'm going to pick 145 degrees. I think that's kind of like a medium to rare, and I'll probably make it like 146 to account for the temperature dropping just a little bit. So what I've done is I've got a big pot of water here boiling, and also our hot water out of the sink comes out pretty darn hot.
Is this a part of the show where we watch you burn yourself?
I already burned myself the other day, so we're going to try to avoid that. All right, now we have to fill this up. Our hot water gets pretty darn hot, so I'm going to fill this up. I'm going to just take a little artistic license here and take the tip of the sprayer off.
Oh. It's a hose.
And now it becomes a garden hose. Don't lose this washer, by the way. I like this one because it's on wheels. Okay, our water's about 120 degrees here, and we want to bring it up to about 145. So I've got a bunch of boiling water here. Okay, so here's the trick. You want to get almost all the air out of this. If you have one of those vacuum bag machines that works perfect. We're going to drop this in here. If you notice, as it goes in, it floats.
Is it not supposed to float?
Yeah, ideally it's supposed to go down. Okay, as you push it down, the air comes to the top. See that? Isn't that cool? Then, just above the water line,
It's steaming.
we'll seal this.
But you don't want water to get in there, do you?
No, you want water to get in there, and boy, that's hot.
It should be hot.
All right.
Put the beer back on top.
Yeah, put the beer back on top. So now we wait about 45 minutes, probably an hour. Come get it. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Good girl. Or we'll both doggy paddle back. All right, here we go. I kind of cheated a little bit way through it. I threw in some more hot water just because I wanted to bring the temperature up a little bit. And I did something else because they were kind of floating, and I thought, well, how can I make them sink? Because we don't have the super vacuum seal thing. So I did a couple tricks. All right, it held the temperature. Wow, it held it really well. It's the same temperature just about.
Did you check it before you added more hot water?
Yeah, it was a little low, so I just wanted to boost it a little bit. But our problem was with these were kind of floating and they wouldn't go down. So what I did was I tried different objects to weight them down. And the egg beater worked really well. Look at that.
Wow.
It's pink. All right, paper towels. Pat this dry.
Smells good.
So we're going to sear this 1 minute on each side, and it's done. All right, it's a 1 minute mark. Turn it. It's got some great char on there, I guess we call that. Am I talking too loud because of the fan? So I thought this was probably the best way to get it to sink into the cooler is attach an egg beater to it. And then I used some of that wrappy stuff that you get from the romaine lettuce, you know? Just what I had laying around. But that sinks it really nice. That looks great.
Yeah, it does.
That looks really amazing. Okay, we're going to let that rest for a minute because you always let meat rest before you cut it. So we have to work on our beer cooler. Wow, look, it's cooked all the way through. It's all the same color.
It is. Look
at that. This is an inexpensive cut of meat. The 4 of these were like $7 or $6. It was very inexpensive. So.
Is it hot?
Yeah. And that is amazing. That's wow. That is really amazing. Oh, is that good? You gotta try this. Get yourself a cooler. Maybe not as big as that one, but.
So could you do it in a cooler that's like half that size? Does the depth matter?
I think the more water the better, but Kenji was doing it with a smaller cooler. His cooler only costs about, I think, $20, and this is a $40 cooler, so this is delicious. And this is an inexpensive cut of meat. It just tastes like you're at Peter Luger or something. All right. Thank you, Cirrus Eats and Kenji. He has goodeaters.org. I'll put it right here. His other blog. But that's really simple. You can have you can have like restaurant quality cooking with a beer cooler, and then you just sear it. You can do chicken with this. You can do salmon with this. All right, we're gonna cook the rest of these and eat because this is yummy. All right. By the way, we have Gardenfork Radio is our audio show. It's our internet radio show. If you want to listen to that, there's a bunch of more videos on our site. So, come to gardenfork.tv. All right, make it a great day.
You already made it a great day.
Wow, this is good. That's really amazing.
Who needs vegetables?
Who needs vegetables? Huh?